Ever wondered if it's genuinely possible to live without anger? Today we delve into how the enduring wisdom of Stoicism can help you achieve just that. Life throws myriad challenges at us, leaving us feeling frustrated, disappointed, or even furious. These moments test our inner strength and resilience. Yet it is precisely in these moments that we have the opportunity to grow and transform. Acknowledging that anger is a natural response to difficulties is the first step. However, the true journey lies in mastering these emotions and discovering lasting peace within ourselves. This transformation is crucial for our mental well-being and personal development. Our discussion today aims to help you traverse this path of emotional mastery and inner tranquility. We've compiled profound Stoic insights, carefully selected to inspire and guide you. These lessons will encourage deep reflection, clarity of thought, and a shift in perspective. Our hope is that these teachings will lead you to acceptance, forgiveness, and a serene state of mind. Join us as we uncover the secrets to an anger-free life. Let's begin. Number 1. Focus on what you can control. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius's words encapsulate a fundamental principle of Stoic philosophy: the significance of concentrating on what we can control. In the face of anger, this lesson is especially potent. Often, our anger originates from situations or people that we cannot change. By redirecting our focus to our own reactions and choices, we reclaim our power and diminish unnecessary frustration. Start by identifying what is within your control. This includes your thoughts, emotions, and actions. For example, you cannot control how others behave or unexpected events, but you can control how you choose to respond to these challenges. When faced with a situation that incites anger, pause and remind yourself that your power lies in your reaction. This awareness helps you remain calm and composed instead of being overtaken by emotion. Practicing mindfulness can enhance your ability to focus on what you can control. Mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment and observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. When you sense anger rising, take a few deep breaths and center yourself. Reflect on whether your reaction is something you can manage. This mindful approach creates a space between the trigger and your response, allowing you to choose a more measured and constructive reaction. Equally important is letting go of what you cannot control. Acknowledge that many aspects of life are beyond your influence. Accepting this truth can be liberating and reduce the stress and anger associated with trying to control the uncontrollable. For example, you might be upset about traffic, a colleague's behavior, or global events. Recognize these feelings, but understand that your energy is better spent on how you deal with these situations rather than the situations themselves. Number 2. Practice mindfulness. Have you ever reacted impulsively in a heated moment and regretted it later? Practicing mindfulness can be immensely helpful in such situations. A core tenet of Stoic philosophy, mindfulness involves being present and fully engaged with the current moment. It allows us to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment, enabling us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Imagine you're in an escalating discussion with a colleague at work. Instead of letting anger take control, practice mindfulness by focusing on your breath and truly listening to your colleague. Pay attention to their tone, body language, and your own physical sensations. By grounding yourself in the present, you can diminish the intensity of your anger and respond more calmly. In your daily life, make it a habit to pause and take deep breaths whenever you feel anger rising. For instance, if a coworker unexpectedly criticizes your work, instead of reacting with frustration, take a moment to breathe and assess your emotions. This brief pause can prevent a hasty reaction and give you time to choose a more measured response. Over time, these small moments of mindfulness can significantly improve your emotional regulation and reduce overall stress. Another practical way to incorporate mindfulness is through regular meditation. Set aside a few minutes each day to sit quietly and focus on your breath. This practice trains your mind to stay present and enhances your ability to remain calm during stressful situations. Even a short daily meditation can profoundly impact your ability to manage anger and maintain emotional balance. Number 3. Accept impermanence. We've all felt disappointment when things don't go as planned. The Stoic principle of accepting impermanence can be a powerful tool for managing frustration and anger. Life is in constant flux, and nothing is permanent. Embracing this truth can bring peace and reduce our tendency to react with anger when faced with unexpected changes. For example, suppose you're planning a much-anticipated vacation and your flight gets cancelled due to unforeseen circumstances. The initial reaction might be anger and frustration. However, by accepting the impermanence of the situation, you can shift your perspective. Understand that while this disruption is disappointing, it's an opportunity to practice flexibility and adaptability. Perhaps it opens up time for other activities or experiences you wouldn't have considered. To practice this acceptance in daily life, start by reflecting on the transient nature of your experiences and emotions. When you feel anger arising, remind yourself that this feeling, like everything else, will pass. This realization can help diminish the intensity of your emotions. A practical exercise is to spend a few minutes each day contemplating the temporary nature of your current challenges and successes. This helps build a mindset that is less attached to specific outcomes and more adaptable to change. Number 4. Understand your emotions. Have you ever wondered why you react with anger in certain situations? Understanding the root causes of your emotions is essential for managing them effectively. Stoicism teaches us that by gaining insight into our emotions, we can better control our reactions and maintain inner peace. For instance, imagine you're at home and your child spills juice on the freshly cleaned carpet. Your first impulse might be to get angry and scold them. However, if you pause to consider why this incident triggered such a strong emotional response, you might realize it's due to the inconvenience, the extra work, or a feeling of lost control. By identifying these underlying reasons, you can address them more constructively. To practice this, start by taking a moment to pause whenever you feel anger rising. Instead of reacting immediately, ask yourself what is truly bothering you. Is it the specific situation, or is there a deeper issue at play? This pause allows you to reflect on your emotions and respond more thoughtfully. For example, if you discover that your frustration is due to feeling overwhelmed, you might choose to address the root cause by finding better stress management techniques. Journaling can also help in understanding your emotions. At the end of each day, write about instances where you felt angry and explore the reasons behind those feelings. This practice helps you identify patterns and triggers, making it easier to anticipate and manage your emotional responses in the future. Over time, you'll develop a clearer understanding of your emotional landscape and become better equipped to handle it. Another effective method is to talk about your feelings with a trusted friend or family member. Sharing your experiences and hearing their perspectives can provide new insights into your emotions. It's often easier to understand our feelings when we articulate them and receive feedback from others. This approach not only helps manage anger, but also strengthens your relationships through open communication and empathy. Number 5. Develop patience. Why can some people wait calmly in the face of delays while others quickly lose their composure? Developing patience is a fundamental principle that can help us handle life's frustrations more gracefully. Patience isn't just about waiting. It's about how we wait and the mindset we bring to everyday situations. For example, if you're stuck on hold with customer service, listening to repetitive, annoying music, instead of letting frustration build, try using this time as a practice in patience. Focus on taking deep breaths, reflect on something positive, or jot down a few notes about a project you're working on. By shifting your focus, you turn a frustrating experience into a moment of mindfulness. You can also practice patience proactively throughout your day. If you're teaching a child a new skill, like tying their shoes, notice your reactions. Instead of feeling irritated by their repeated attempts, celebrate their progress and encourage them. This approach helps you appreciate the process and fosters a nurturing attitude toward both others and yourself. Incorporate patience into your daily routine by engaging in slow activities deliberately. For example, try walking without rushing, savoring each step, or cooking a meal without multitasking. Focus on the task at hand and value the time it takes to do it well. These small changes can help you build patience gradually and make it easier to remain calm in more stressful situations. When working on long-term goals, practice patience by setting realistic timelines and breaking your goals into smaller, manageable steps. Whether it's a personal project, career advancement, or learning a new skill, understand that progress takes time. Celebrate each milestone along the way, no matter how small, and remind yourself that patience is a crucial part of the journey. Number 6. Practice forgiveness. Have you ever clung to a grudge so tightly that it drains your thoughts and energy? Practicing forgiveness is a fundamental Stoic principle that helps us release the weight of anger and resentment. Forgiveness isn't about condoning someone's behavior, but about freeing yourself from the emotional burdens that weigh you down. Reflect on a time when a friend or family member disappointed you. Perhaps they made a hurtful comment or broke a promise. Your initial reaction might be anger and disappointment. However, holding on to this anger only prolongs your suffering. By choosing to forgive, you release these negative emotions, creating space for healing and personal growth. Begin by acknowledging your feelings. It's important to recognize and accept that feeling hurt or betrayed is valid. Write down what happened and how it affected you. This practice helps clarify your emotions and the reasons behind them. Next, try to see things from the other person's perspective. Consider what might have influenced their actions. Understanding their situation can cultivate empathy and make forgiveness easier. Remember, forgiveness is for your benefit, not necessarily for the other person's. It's about reclaiming your peace and well-being. Forgiving doesn't mean what happened was acceptable. It means you're choosing not to let it control your life any longer. Visualize yourself releasing the anger and imagine the relief and freedom that comes with it. If someone cuts you off in traffic or a coworker makes a snide remark, practice letting go of the negative feelings rather than holding on to them. Over time, this habit will help you forgive more significant offenses and maintain your inner peace. Number 7. Practice self-control. Why do we sometimes act in ways we later regret? Practicing self-control is a key Stoic principle that helps us manage our impulses and make thoughtful decisions. Self-control enables us to face life's challenges with calmness and reason, rather than reacting out of anger or frustration. Imagine you're at a family gathering and a relative makes a provocative comment about your life choices. Your first impulse might be to respond defensively. However, if you pause and exercise self-control, taking a deep breath and choosing not to react impulsively, you can maintain your composure and steer the conversation in a more positive direction. Start with small actions to practice self-control. For instance, resist the urge to check your phone during an important meeting or conversation. This not only shows respect for others, but also strengthens your ability to manage your actions. Over time, these small acts of self-discipline build your overall capacity for self-control. Another example is managing your response to stress. If you come home to a messy house after a long day at work, rather than lashing out at your family, take a moment to pause. Consider going for a short walk or practicing a brief meditation to clear your mind. This break can help you approach the situation more calmly and prevent unnecessary conflicts. Embrace self-control as a daily practice. It will not only reduce your anger, but also enhance your overall well-being and relationships. Self-control also involves setting and maintaining personal boundaries. If certain situations or people tend to trigger your anger, establish clear boundaries to protect your peace of mind. This might mean limiting time with specific individuals or avoiding certain topics. By setting these boundaries, you proactively manage your emotional responses and maintain inner tranquility. Number 8. Maintain perspective. Have you ever felt like a minor inconvenience was the end of the world? Maintaining perspective is a key Stoic principle that helps us manage our emotions and respond more rationally to situations. It's about keeping the bigger picture in mind and not letting small setbacks overwhelm us. In daily life, practice maintaining perspective by reflecting on your priorities and values. For instance, if you find yourself getting frustrated by traffic jams, remind yourself that being a few minutes late isn't a catastrophe. Instead, focus on what truly matters, like your health, relationships, and personal goals. This shift in mindset can help you stay grounded and less reactive to minor annoyances. Another way to keep perspective is by comparing your current challenges with past experiences. Think about the difficult times you've overcome and how they've shaped you. This comparison can make current problems seem less daunting. For example, if you're stressed about a work project, recall a previous project that was similarly challenging and how you successfully handled it. Remembering your past resilience can boost your confidence and ease your stress. Engage in activities that broaden your view of the world and remind you of its vastness. Travel, read about different cultures, or volunteer for causes that help others. These experiences can provide a refreshing perspective and make everyday frustrations seem less significant. For instance, volunteering at a local shelter can shift your focus from minor inconveniences to the larger issues others face, fostering empathy and reducing your tendency to get upset over trivial matters. Embracing this principle helps you navigate life's ups and downs with greater ease and serenity. Number 9. Detach from outcomes. Have you ever felt intense frustration when things didn't go as planned? Detaching from outcomes is a powerful Stoic principle that teaches us to focus on our efforts and intentions rather than the results. This mindset shift can significantly reduce anger and disappointment, helping us maintain inner peace. Imagine you've worked diligently on a project, but it doesn't receive the recognition or success you anticipated. Instead of letting frustration take over, practice detachment. Remember that while you can control your effort, you cannot control the outcome. By focusing on what you can control, your dedication, creativity, and hard work, you can take pride in your efforts, regardless of the results. Incorporate this principle into your daily life by setting goals that emphasize the process rather than the outcome. For example, if you're learning a new skill like playing an instrument, concentrate on practicing regularly and enjoying the learning journey instead of stressing over becoming an expert quickly. Celebrate small improvements and milestones along the way. This approach keeps you motivated and less frustrated when progress is slow. If you plan a special evening for your partner and things don't go as expected, perhaps a restaurant reservation falls through or the weather disrupts an outdoor activity, focus on the love and effort you put into planning rather than the unforeseen issues. Enjoy the time spent together, regardless of the setbacks. This mindset shift helps you appreciate the present moment and the connection you share. Detachment can also be applied to everyday interactions and decisions. If you present an idea at a meeting and it's not well received, remind yourself that your value isn't determined by others' reactions. What matters is that you did your best to contribute. By detaching from others' opinions and focusing on your own efforts, you maintain confidence and lessen the impact of negative feedback. Number 10. Reflect on your day. How often do you pause to think about your actions and emotions at the end of the day? Reflecting on your day is an essential Stoic practice that helps you understand your behaviors, recognize patterns, and make deliberate improvements. This nightly reflection can be a powerful tool for managing anger and fostering personal growth. Imagine you're settling into bed after a long day. Rather than scrolling through your phone or worrying about tomorrow, take a few moments to review the events of the day. Ask yourself, when did I feel angry today? What triggered that anger? How did I respond? Identifying these moments helps you recognize patterns in your reactions and understand the underlying causes of your anger. Consider keeping a reflection journal as part of your nightly routine. Write down specific instances where you felt angry, including the context and your response. For example, you might note, I felt angry when my coworker interrupted me during the meeting, and I responded by raising my voice. Reflect on why you felt angry and whether your response was effective. This practice not only helps you process your emotions, but also provides a written record you can review to track your progress. If you notice that your anger led to unproductive outcomes, think about how you could handle similar situations differently in the future. Perhaps, instead of raising your voice, you could calmly explain how the interruption affected you. By envisioning alternative responses, you prepare yourself to react more thoughtfully and calmly next time. Sharing your reflections with a trusted friend or mentor can also be valuable. Discussing your experiences and receiving feedback can offer new insights and perspectives. They might suggest different approaches to handling situations, helping you improve your emotional responses and strengthen your support network. Number 11. Embrace adversity. What if you viewed challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth? Embracing adversity is a key Stoic principle that teaches us to face difficulties head-on, which builds resilience and strengthens character. This shift in perspective can transform how you handle life's inevitable obstacles. Consider a situation where your car breaks down on the way to an important meeting. Your first reaction might be anger and frustration. However, if you see this setback as a chance to practice problem solving and patience, you can shift your focus to finding a solution. Call for roadside assistance, notify the meeting organizers, and use the waiting time productively by catching up on emails or planning your next steps. Apply this mindset to everyday challenges by reframing them as growth opportunities. For example, if you receive critical feedback at work, rather than feeling defensive, view it as a chance to enhance your skills and performance. Ask yourself what you can learn from the feedback and how it can help you improve. This approach not only aids in personal development, but also minimizes the emotional impact of criticism. In personal relationships, embrace conflict as a chance to deepen understanding and improve communication. If you're having a disagreement with a friend or family member, approach the situation with curiosity and a willingness to listen, rather than letting anger dictate your response. This not only helps resolve the conflict, but also strengthens the relationship. By embracing adversity, you develop resilience and mental toughness, which you can apply to other areas of your life. This practice helps you manage anger and frustration while fostering a mindset of strength and growth. Embrace this principle, and you'll find that challenges become opportunities to enhance your character and capabilities. Number 12. Focus on your values. Have you ever felt adrift or overwhelmed by life's challenges? Focusing on your core values can provide you with a sense of direction and clarity, especially during moments of anger and frustration. By aligning your actions with your values, you can navigate difficulties with greater composure and purpose. Start by identifying and clearly defining your core values. Write them down and keep them visible, perhaps on your desk or as a note on your phone. Regularly remind yourself of these values, particularly when you're facing stressful or anger-inducing situations. For example, if patience is a core value, remind yourself of it when dealing with a difficult customer service situation. This practice helps you respond in ways that reflect who you truly are, rather than reacting impulsively. Before starting your daily activities, take a few moments to reflect on how you want to embody your values throughout the day. If kindness is one of your values, set an intention to perform small acts of kindness, such as complimenting a colleague or helping a stranger. This proactive approach keeps your values at the forefront of your mind and guides your actions. Engage in regular self-reflection to assess how well you are living according to your values. At the end of each day, ask yourself if your actions were aligned with your core principles. Reflect on any moments where you may have deviated from your values and consider how you can improve in the future. This reflection reinforces your commitment to your values and helps you continuously enhance your behavior and decision-making. Number 13. Cultivate inner peace. How often do you find yourself feeling stressed and angry amidst the chaos of daily life? Cultivating inner peace is a Stoic practice that helps you maintain calm and balance despite external pressures. Inner tranquility acts as a buffer against the stresses and frustrations of the outside world. Whether you're dealing with work deadlines, family responsibilities, or personal errands. By intentionally fostering inner peace, you can manage these demands more effectively. Begin your day with a few minutes of meditation or deep breathing exercises. This simple practice sets a calm tone for the day and helps you approach stress with a clear mind. Incorporate moments of mindfulness throughout your day. For example, while enjoying your morning coffee, take a moment to savor the taste and aroma, focusing solely on the present experience. These small pauses help you stay grounded and centered, reducing the likelihood of becoming overwhelmed by anger or frustration. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to reflect on what you're grateful for. Shifting your focus from what is lacking or stressful to what is positive and fulfilling can maintain a positive outlook and diminish the impact of daily irritations. For instance, instead of fixating on a frustrating commute, appreciate the fact that you have a job to go to. Gratitude helps you cultivate a more balanced perspective. Create a peaceful environment at home or at work by decluttering your space, playing calming music, and introducing elements that promote relaxation, such as plants or soothing colors. A serene environment can significantly influence your mood and stress levels. Returning to this peaceful space after dealing with the chaos of the outside world helps you reset and maintain your inner calm. Number 14. Practice gratitude. Have you ever noticed how focusing on what you lack can increase your frustration and anger? Practicing gratitude is a powerful Stoic principle that helps shift your perspective and fosters peace and contentment in your life. By appreciating what you have, you can reduce feelings of anger and develop a more positive outlook. For instance, if you're upset about not receiving a promotion at work, instead of dwelling on the disappointment, take a moment to reflect on what you do have. A stable job, supportive colleagues, and opportunities for growth. By concentrating on these positives, you can lessen your frustration and view the situation more balancedly. Start a gratitude journal to cultivate this practice. Each day, write down 3 things you are thankful for, whether they are simple pleasures, like a warm cup of coffee, a kind word from a friend, or a beautiful sunset. This habit trains your mind to notice the good in every day, no matter how small. Over time, this shift in focus from scarcity to abundance can significantly alter your mindset. Expressing gratitude to others is another effective way to embrace this principle. Take time to thank those around you for their support, kindness, and contributions. Whether through a thank you note, a sincere compliment, or in person, showing appreciation strengthens relationships and reinforces your own feelings of gratitude and positivity. Gratitude can also be practiced in challenging situations. When something goes wrong, try to find a silver lining. For example, if you miss your train, rather than getting frustrated, be grateful for the unexpected extra time to read a book or listen to music. This practice helps you reframe negative situations and maintain a positive attitude even when things don't go as planned. Number 15. Live simply. Do you ever feel overwhelmed by the constant pursuit of more? More possessions, more success, more everything? The Stoic principle of living simply can help you focus on what truly matters, reducing stress and anger in the process. By simplifying your life, you can find greater peace and contentment. Start by assessing your daily routine and identifying tasks and activities that don't bring you joy or fulfillment. Declutter your living space to create a calming environment. Donate or discard items you no longer need, and keep only what is useful or brings you happiness. A clean and organized space can significantly reduce stress. In your schedule, prioritize activities that align with your values and goals. Eliminate or reduce commitments that drain your energy or time. For example, if social media scrolling consumes hours of your day, set limits on its use and replace it with more meaningful activities like reading, exercising, or spending time with loved ones. This shift helps you focus on quality over quantity, making your days more fulfilling. Financial simplicity is another crucial aspect. Evaluate your spending habits and identify where you can cut back. Focus on spending money on experiences rather than material possessions. For instance, Plan a trip with family or friends instead of buying new gadgets or clothes. Experiences often bring more lasting joy and create cherished memories. Simplify your diet by choosing wholesome, natural foods and avoiding overly processed items. Preparing simple, nutritious meals can improve your health and reduce the time and stress associated with complex cooking. Enjoying a simple meal can be a mindful practice, allowing you to savor the flavors and appreciate the nourishment. Number 16. Use rational thinking. How often do you let emotions drive your reactions, only to regret them later? Using rational thinking is a key Stoic principle that helps manage anger and make better decisions. By grounding your actions in logic and reason, you can handle life's challenges with a clear and calm mind. For example, if you're in a heated argument with a friend, your emotions might push you to say something hurtful. Instead, take a step back and ask yourself, what is the rational response here? What outcome do I really want? By focusing on a logical perspective, you can de-escalate the situation and respond in a way that preserves the relationship rather than damaging it. Incorporate rational thinking into your daily life by questioning your initial reactions. For instance, if you receive criticism at work, your immediate response might be defensiveness or anger. Pause and consider the validity of the feedback. Ask yourself, is there any truth to this? How can I use this information to improve? This rational approach helps you grow and reduces the emotional sting of criticism. Prepare for common stresses by planning rational responses. If you know certain situations, like traffic jams or long lines, trigger your anger, remind yourself that these are minor inconveniences and that getting upset won't change the outcome. Use the time for activities like listening to an audiobook or practicing deep breathing to stay calm. Engage in activities that challenge your reasoning abilities, such as solving puzzles, playing strategy games, or debating. These exercises train your mind to think critically and focus on logic rather than emotion, making it easier to apply rational thinking in everyday situations. Number 17. Seek wisdom. How often do you make time to learn and grow from the experiences around you? Seeking wisdom is a core Stoic principle that promotes continuous learning and self-improvement. By actively pursuing knowledge and understanding, you can better manage anger and handle life's complexities with grace and insight. Imagine a situation where you feel frustrated because you don't understand something at work or in a personal project. Instead of letting that frustration turn into anger, view it as a chance to learn. Ask questions, seek out resources, and commit time to expanding your knowledge. For example, if you're struggling with a new software program at work, consider taking an online course or asking a knowledgeable colleague for assistance. By focusing on growth rather than frustration, you can turn a challenging situation into a valuable learning experience. Incorporate wisdom-seeking habits into your daily routine. Set aside time each day to read books, listen to podcasts, or watch videos that broaden your perspective. Choose content that challenges your current understanding and offers new viewpoints. Reading philosophical texts or biographies of influential figures can provide valuable insights into handling adversity and building resilience. This daily habit of learning helps keep your mind sharp and prepared for life's challenges. Reflect on your daily experiences to gain wisdom from them. At the end of each day, take a few moments to think about what you've learned from the events you encountered. Did a particular situation reveal something about yourself or others? How can you apply this newfound knowledge in the future? Writing these reflections in a journal can help solidify your insights and serve as a resource for personal growth. Seek out mentors or join discussion groups where you can share experiences and learn from diverse perspectives. Listening to other stories and advice can provide new strategies for managing your own challenges. For example, discussing stress management techniques with a friend who remains calm under pressure can offer practical tips for staying composed. In this video, we've explored 17 powerful Stoic lessons to help you manage anger and lead a more fulfilling life. From practicing mindfulness and embracing adversity to seeking wisdom and cultivating inner peace. These principles provide practical tools for transforming your mindset and reactions. By integrating these Stoic teachings into your daily routine, you can navigate life's challenges with greater calm, resilience, and clarity. Embrace these lessons and discover the profound impact they can have on your journey toward a more balanced and harmonious life. Thank you for joining us. And remember, true strength lies within.